Hey everyone, welcome back to Techtonica Let's Play Part 4. Last time I was going to put in the growers and the thrashers, etc. to help through the technology, and when I was recording this episode I got right to the end showing you what I did, and the cat jumped on a keyboard and it hit the key that stopped the recording and to exit. But what happened was, as it hit the stop, it managed to also press the exit key at the same time, and it crashed the device. So that recording just is no more, and I can't get it back. So I'm having to record it again. But instead of tearing down everything and showing you manually what I did, I'll talk you through it, and hopefully that you'll get the gist of it. Now, what I've done is I've set up the research temporarily to do the research cores. So I'll build a few of these assemblers, and I'll set up this to do some research cores, and it uses these two items to make each one, and it outputs them to the bin here. As you can see, I've got a fair few sitting there that I've got to put over the other side onto that platform over there. And I also set up a couple of these to build a grower and a thresher. They'll just stand alone. I'll be taking them down. Now, my thoughts were initially with this is to get up here, right? Is to put 6 down, because from what I read, you need 5.5 or something to do a thresher. Now, I've done these, and I'm finding sometimes this doesn't get enough seeds, because I've got 6. And that's probably the reason. Now these 3 supply to this thresher here, so these come out of them, which is the kill divine, and then what comes out of this side is the stems, and the stems and the seeds. The seeds come across here, this is just a spare, and then they go back down and they feed these growers that have the inputs on this side, and then it goes right round to this side, and it's the same principle that side. The outputs come down the middle, so the killed one comes down the middle and to this thresher, and then out of the other output comes the what do they call it, this stuff? The stems. Now these are all using the filter inserter, because you have to tell it. You press E and then tell it what it is you want to come out. So that one's this one and the other one's that one. So then what happens with those stems is they travel along here and they go to these 3 threshers, and all they do is turn the stems into the plant matter fiber, and oh, hang on, and this one here, which is the Keldivine extract. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but it goes there. So they output, the Keldivine extract goes into this from this particular, from all of them actually. It just runs along the top here on this conveyor, which just sits in parallel to the conveyor at the bottom, and it just dumps them all in there for now. These 3 assemblers, one makes these plant matter frames, which outputs into this container, and the other 2 on use a conveyor, and they put the plant matter fibre out into this container. Now, the reason this is so high, there isn't this amount normally in here, is because I tore it down, this one below that used to be running along this platform here, if you recall, and I made a semi sort of spiral conveyor, which sort of worked. Not the best, but it sort of worked. I also expanded out the platform up to here. Now, what's meant to happen is that conveyor takes the plant fibre and supplies it to this lot here, which obviously it's not. So we'll sort this little problem out, whatever it happens to be, because there's plenty of plant fibre in there, so it should be coming through. Which it is. So is there something wrong with the conveyor belt? Which wouldn't surprise me. Right, so for whatever reason this was working, it's not now, so right, we'll do this again. And there it is working. Strange. I was sitting here watching it working, so I know it did, but yeah, that's now back on the ball. And then the other side from the same container runs this way. And I couldn't be bothered to do that spiral thing, so I just let it run down. And I don't know what's more attractive, my one or that one. But that supplies these two down here, that then obviously supply the bricks, etc. Now, there is another thing that I tried putting down here. Let's get rid of that. So I'll go into my bag. I'll put these seeds in another grower, and what came out was these buds, and then they had to go into a thresher. Then out of that came these and the seeds, I do believe. No, what came? So first of all, these seeds go in. That comes out. I think it's that comes out. Let me have a look now. I can't bloody remember. We'll just quickly shove one down. So 8. So put one seed in. Leave it to grow. And then we'll stick a thresher down. I haven't got any, hang on. Let's see if I've got any spare in here. Which I have. Okay, so we'll stick a thresher down. Wrong way. Over here, as I say, it's just a test. We'll wait for this to grow. Then we'll shove it in there. Because what that will give out is that, which is what we don't have. I don't think anyway. No. So that thing there, press A, that will come out and it will turn into this. So you have to thresh that first lot. So you thresh the Shiverton seed that comes out, and it will give you this Shiverton buds and these seeds. And then you thresh it again, and then what you will get out of it is this extract and fibre, plant matter. So if I put this in here, I'll put one of these in, you will see how many you get out for each one. And I'm just going to confirm it if that hurries up and finishes. I wish I'd stop it, keep activating one of your modules to build stuff with. Right, so let's see how many we get out of this. There you go, you get 4 and 3. So my reckoning is it will probably be more beneficial to use the blue seeds to make the plant matter, because we run over here. What does this give you? So how many fibres? So that only produces 2. We get 4 out the other. So it will definitely be more beneficial to have 2 threshers coming off of 6 of these, and then the plant matter fibre just goes straight to that container instead of doing this whole thing for just 2. But we still need to make those frames, these things here. So we could, in theory, just turn these into plant matter, plant fibre frames, and do away with making the fibre, the plant matter from these, and have it all coming from the blue seeds on the other side here. So that's probably what I'm going to do at some point, because there's no way we're going to be making enough to supply all of this. As you can see, it's going down. Just depends how quick it goes down. but it's going to go down. But this is better than the old way because we're getting a supply of 4 every. It says here 2, so it's 40 a minute from each one of those. If you just hover over it, so we've got 40 a minute out of that one and 40 minutes, so we're getting 80 every minute. Right, so let me go back to these things and we'll just confirm what comes out of this thing in a moment. And then see where the road takes us. So okay, let me see now. So we're going to have that 6, we need another 6 of these. How many have I got in my bag? 1. So just putting that machine out again. I've got 4. Should give me 5, wasn't it? Yeah, 5. So I need to make another lot of those. So right click, right click, right click. And threshers I'm going to need, so it's at least 2. And how many do I have at the moment? 1. Okay, so let that make another couple. Hopefully this will be ready. Because they're a lot slower to. I wonder if these ones are quicker to make these. Yeah, by the look of it, they're a bit quicker. So if I get off of this, so these, was it 50 seconds or something? Doesn't it? It takes to make these, or something. Anyway, right. So while they're cooking over here, we'll put down another 6. But we're going to run out. We're going to run into power problems if we deploy all of these, because we simply don't have enough power. We need to work on getting to the next level of this. So I've done the filter inserts. That's the other bit of research I did, which you will have to do because you're going to need the filters to do this. Now energy, we've got to do the other level. So we need 180 plant matter frames. So how many have we got at the moment? Let's have a look. 126, so we're getting there with that. So when that gets to 180, we should have enough ingots, 2,400 of each. Let me see how many are sitting in this container here. So it's 1, 2, yeah, 2.5 we easily got there. And how many we've got sitting in here? 1, 2, almost. This really needs to be upscaled, but this wasn't running, so yeah, hopefully by the time we got that we'll have enough and have a few to spare. Right, has this thing finished? God, it's slow, isn't it? So this makes more, but it's slower. You know what's going to happen, don't you? We'll end up having to have 12 of these, because if we only have 6 and that lot comes out, the time it takes for one cycle of these seeds to come out, be processed, etc., you'll probably have 2 lots of these come out, which means instead of just having 2, you'll have 8, because there's 2 machines here that are making it. So if they do 2 each, that means, is it 2 each? Hang on, I could be wrong. Oh, it's 2 each. So you're gonna have yeah, it'll be 8. So you'll have 8 come out, which is going to be what these are giving out anyway. If we had them 2 up, it all depends how many that 6 will run. Will it run 2 lots of machines? Because it's only 1 in run thresher here for this lot. That's the $1 million question. Or will it be able to run more of these just off that 1? We'll find out when it's done right. So if I harvest this, oh, let's go back, harvest that, stick it in my bag. go into this one and put that in there, and you'll see what we get out. There you go, it's telling you what it's making. That's going to come out of this thing, buds, and it should be those. Oh, that damn cat again, I don't know if you heard that. She's heavily pregnant. There you go, so the buds come out, and these things come out, ready to be threshed again. So it's handy to know. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause this and come back when this stuff's ready, and you'll see where we are. Okay, right, I've now laid down, built these blue seed chambers, and how it works is exactly the same setup as these Kill Divine things. It's replicated it really here, so that the seeds come in, they come down the side there, and they're fed into these growers, and then they come around the conveyor belt and they go into these ones, and then all they do is loop all the way around to come back round again. And then the outputs from the growers comes down this one goes into this, one goes into that, and then what happens is out of this comes the, oh hang on, what do they call that stuff again? Silverthorn buds, and the seeds come out there that go on the same belt that feeds the growers, so it's a perpetuating loop. And then these buds things come out and they go into these two threshers here, which then produce the extract and the what do you call it, the plant matter. So I've got two machines going there that are feeding the plant matter. The extract goes into a container, simple, and all of the plant fibre comes out and goes back into this container here, using fast inserters to keep up with the demand. And now you should see that it's more or less slowly going up. So with the setup and the drills etc we've got at the moment, it can stay fed indefinitely, but if I add more drills then I'm going to have to add more of these threshers to make more. The downside of this is that it's backing up. I'm not quick enough to get these buds through, so what I might have to do is reposition these, or feed this into a container first, then output from the containers to the belt. So I have, say for example, one fast inserter that feeds into the container and a normal inserter that feeds out, and hopefully it'll supply these two, then you upgrade it accordingly. That's my thoughts with that one. But it's working so far. Now the downside is, as you will see, my energy generation is appalling. And look how I started out with one line, and now look how many I need just to feed that. It's so power hungry. But I've got the research cubes and the 2,400 of each of these ingots, and I've got the plant matter frames, and I've got the research. I'm going to throw the research in what I've got and let that stack up whilst we go over here and complete the actual quest. We should have enough to do it now. And just say upgrade. Yay!
Terminal upgraded. New technologies and recommended tasks available.
The tech tree is really opening up now, Breaker. Water wheels and mining charges are both going to be things I promise you won't know how you got this far without. Cooling systems will probably help you open up a lot of broken, overheated facility doors in the sector too. And keep an eye out for those blue research core fragments.
Okay, right, let's see what's involved. I actually got to research first, hold on, getting ahead of myself. So we go to energy, water wheel, it needs 90, so that's slowly filling up. and I put over 100 in there, so the minute it gets to 90 we get the water wheels done and then do more accumulators. I don't know if we've got enough to do that battery. It'd be nice to have a bigger storage. Oh, wrong one. Where is it? It's over here. I've got another 117. I might as well just throw them all in and then start that up, making more as and when I need to do more research. So let's go throw them in here and be done with it. Okay. These are all turning off again. So remember, the from what I read, is 1 water wheel to 2 cranks. So we'll start making frames and stuff to put across this water and start creating more energy. Let's get up here and see what we're going to need to make these. So T, can I research it yet? I've got 64, so it's slowly going up. What I might do is, while we're waiting for that, is figure out how the water wheels will go. So if we put in, we've got to basically get the ratio, so however many water wheels you get in, you just add up the cranks. So you either do a water wheel, 2 cranks, water wheel, 2 cranks, like that, inefficient way of doing it, or put the water wheels all in the water here, and then dig into this, and then same the other side, lay the power floors and put however many cranks you can get in. Now this water isn't, you know, the same width all the way along. I've sort of done it to the edge, as you can see, so it's going to be different each time. You might get, I don't know, 4 water wheels here, and then 4 here, and then it goes down to 3 or goes up to 6 or something. We'll see. Right, see if I can research it yet. 84, right, if I run back up the stairs in a moment, because I've got to work out how we're going to do this, and I need a whole lot of them to be made. Right, so grab those back, and stick those in there. T, water wheel. Excellent, right.
Inbound, water wheel. Used to generate hydroelectric energy for crank generator automation.
Okay, right. Water wheel, there it is. So we need those, and those. I don't think I'm making those yet. So, what do they need? Excuse me. Right, so they need iron ingots and 4 copper wire. I've got loads of iron ingots and we've got copper wire. So if we, what have we got here? So if I come out, how can I do this? It's so sprawling. Can I bring some copper wires over? It's not gonna have it, is it? This needs to be changed. I'm not happy with it, but initially I'm gonna have to just have a mess. So if we come out of this, that's a bug of some kind, that is. So there, and then come down here to say that there, and then come across to here, like that, and then get rid of that. God, it's so particular, isn't it? Jesus. Into that. There you go. Now hopefully that's still going to be able to take them in, which it should. And then this one comes down to there for the moment. So if I do a long reach, how many does it need? So it needs 2 wide, so I might go over long reach. So yeah, so if we come down here with this, press 6, F5, have that, so if I want to get the conveyor in there I can. I'll do it. So, logistics, how many of those have we? Have a couple of these. Then, what number are they on? Long inserter. Let's put on 2 of those for now. So 1. We did a long inserters there. 1, 2. Standard inserters. There. E. And then tell it what to make. Run out of power again. Okay, so is that getting enough? Which it looks like it is, so if we put that out to a container, quickly fill these up. I'd be glad if they ever do blueprints on this game, it'll make life a lot easier. Okay. So now they should be going in there and filling it up, which they are. Great. This should have made a few of these, which it has. So let's go down and start the process of this. So how many we've got here? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So ignore the end one. So that's going to be 3 water wheels. 5. If I go. Which they are. And another one. And then we do a frame. I can't remember how many it is. We'll do that for now. And then do tab. Grab wherever I put those water wheels, stick them into 1, 1. So you rotate them. Alright, so that's not wide enough. So let's make it a bit wider. Actually, I'll put it in first and then build around it, so that. And then stick one on the end of it, if I can get it to work right. That. So that's going to power 4. Stick a power platform in. That side. Run up there. Oops, cat's mucking about again. So if we drag that to there and that to there, and then stick another one in, so we've got 2, 4, 6. So that's
deciphered. Ingress RD 3215. Report to production terminal Victor for triangulation.
that's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we've got a spare one there. So if you tab out of this, you can see it's telling you at the bottom there it's generating 150 kilowatt. So it is actually running all of those well. So that'd be 2, 4, 6. So 3 runs 7. It might run 8. We'll have to try that. So now I've got to carry on. How many have I got left? I've only got 1 left. So I've got to carry on building these across here. So how many does it need? It needs a space 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. That goes there. And then if we come over here and jump on there, 1. So right, that's because the sandbank's there, so this won't line up. Put 1 there. I haven't got any more, so right, and then we're neaten this up by putting a floor across here. If we look at these, right, they're generating that, but this other lot here that aren't connected will power down soon. So let's grab a few more. We're running out of products here, so how does it need to make those? Equipment, intermediate, base building. Where are those at? So it needs 26 what do you call it, these things. So we'll grab some of those and just shove some of them in there. And leave it to carry on producing. What I might do temporarily is let it throw them in there. Stick a lot of those in. See how many it gets up to. Right, so now they've all gone off. So how many got on that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only need 3. So if I put 2 in here, and then press 1, you'll see our inefficiency, it goes red, 124 kilowatts as opposed to the 150. Collision detection is awful, right. And then we do the same on this one. So 5. We know we're going to need a floor across there. It needs 3. So if we come up here, shove some out. 1. Do it. Oh, I've got any more left, hang on. Let's go and grab some more. Christ, it's slow at building these, isn't it? Right, I'm going to call it quits for this one. And when we come back for part 5, I will have these done, and hopefully we'll have enough power because we're nowhere near it at the minute. And then we'll progress on to the next stage, whatever that may be. It's getting to the point where it's nearly caught up with my last playthrough. There's a few other bits and bobs I did, but yeah, we're getting to a better stage this time from what I learned on the first playthrough. As always, if you like what you see, don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll help the channel grow, and hopefully, you never know, I might be able to make a living from this one year. Long way from that yet though, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 5.